Good morning, good morning, good morning. I promised that I would do a updated video for my friend here on my page. She has spent a lot of money trying to get diagnosed. Um, and let me tell you a little about my story. I told you that I was diagnosed in 2012, but before that, it took years. I was bitten by a tick at age 7. I had issues on and off throughout my life, but it took years. My primary care doctor for 10, 12 years kept saying that I just had anxiety and panic and bipolar and was putting me on all these medications. And I finally got so sick in 2012 that I went to him and I said, "This is not panic and anxiety. Something is wrong with me. I am dying. I need for you to help me." And he says, "I just don't know what else to do for you. You're having anxiety and panic." And my mom happened to be with me, and she said, "No, something else is wrong with her." So she made an appointment with another primary care doctor, and we went in. She had my records, and she started asking me my symptoms and everything, and she said, "I think I know exactly what's wrong with you." And I was like, "Really?" I said, "What?" And she said, "I'm not going to tell you till I run some tests." Well, she ran the test, and I come back positive for Lyme disease. And I thought, "Oh my gosh," because she says, "Here's 12 days of antibiotics. This should take care of it." I thought that was it. I'm going to be healed. And little did I know that that was the beginning of this walk through the valley of darkness and emotions and everything else going wrong. But it takes a while for you to still figure things out. I've got a lot of stories about doctors, even since then, that I've been to that don't believe. Some doctors don't know how to think outside the box. They don't want you to research for yourself. They don't want you to do anything because if A doesn't point to B, then they don't know what to do because they're not going to go by your symptoms. They're just not. So you have to research for yourself. And I know it's hard whenever you're feeling bad, but you have to research, read medical journals, and try and find doctors online that specialize in these things. And sometimes they'll test you, sometimes they won't. Sometimes you'll be right, sometimes you'll be wrong. But you have to advocate for yourself. That is the only way I've made it through this far. And honestly, I have given up on all that. Um, I have my diagnoses now, and the doctors that I have are pretty much what I'm going to have. And so I trust in God now, and just be thankful for every single day that He gives me breath to wake up. But do not give up. Do not quit fighting for yourself. Um, it's not just anxiety and panic like they try and tell us. Somatic symptom disorder, all of that crap. Because I've told them, I said the anxiety and panic comes from the fact that I feel like I'm dying and something is wrong with me. But as I said, a lot of doctors don't know because when they go to medical school for one particular thing, then that's all they know about. They're not gonna. If you go tell them your big toe's hurting, they're not gonna be able to look at your finger. That's just the way it is, and they'll tell you that. So you have to advocate for yourself. You have to stand on faith with God. You have to pray for wisdom and discernment, and for the doctors that you go to, that they will have the knowledge to know how to help you. Um, it's a big old crap show, is all it is. And yeah, a lot of times, a lot of us run out of money and can't get help still, and then there's those of us who never have the money to be able to get help. Um, so you just have to get what you get from the medical community. And the saddest part about mine is I live in North Carolina, where there are so many medical schools. You got Duke, you got ECU, so many medical schools, and they don't know anything about my illness. And I've even had people from the illness community in the beginning try to tell me that I had mental issues because they had family that was there for them and understood. But since my family didn't understand my situation, there must be something more wrong with me. Hurt my feelings so bad because I thought I'd finally have somebody I could talk to, and I'll tell that story later. It was bad, but just don't give up. Don't give up. I will do the horror stories about the doctors that I've been to, and when you run across these doctors, don't give up, because I told my mom, I said, I will not go to another doctor. That's it. I'm done. I'm riding this thing out till God is willing to take me. I'm done. And she said, Tanya, just one more doctor, just one more doctor. She was always saying, just one more doctor. But you get tired. I understand. You get tired. But most of the time, you have to research for yourself, because the doctors aren't going to do it for you. I have ran across 2 doctors that are good with me doing the research, and they listen to me. But that's only 2. After all these years of suffering, I've only found 2. I've had other doctors, and I'm like, don't you want to be the one to figure out the needle in the haystack, And they're like, no, not really. That's not what I'm in it for. Here's some anxiety meds, go home. Have a great day. But, you can't give up on yourself. You can't give up on life. You can't give up. You just can't give up. Because some days are better than others. And you just have to, you have to remember, on your good days, don't overdo it. We all want to, because we think, oh, we're healed, blah, blah, blah. And you go out and you do all this stuff, and then you pay for it. If you don't know about the spoon theory, look it up. The spoon theory. You can't go around using what you don't have, or you're going to pay for it. But I'll be back on. I will do some more stories about horror stories from doctors, and what more I've been through, and how I got through, and groups to stay away from, because you want to meet people that are going through the same thing you're going through. Yet sometimes you find people who they're out there, or they just want to sell you something, or everybody has an answer on how to heal you, but it costs money, but yet they're not healed. And there's a lot of drama in a lot of these chronic illness communities. So just be very careful who you befriend. Find people that will pray with you and uplift you. That's the best thing I have found. So, yeah. This is to my girl that asked me to give more information, and I will give more as soon as I can. I haven't been able to. I wasn't doing too good the past few days. That's why I hadn't responded yet until now. But I will do more, I promise. And hang in there. Know your worth when it comes to these doctors. And you have a very blessed day. We will talk soon.